let's start. We had already done with what is partnership. Who's going to tell me the definition? Who remembers? Anyone can try. Partnership Act, many definitions I had told you.
Ma'am, can I try?
Yes, Ved, come on.
Partnership is the business run by 2 or more people.
That's all? That is how we'll write the definition? No. Relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or one of them acting for all. Very important. Please write quoted definitions. You can also write this one. Persons who have entered into partnership with one another individually are the partners and collectively called the firm. Please go through the scanned definitions. I'll be sending you the scanned copy also. There are many of them. Definitions have to be given properly. The differences should be given in table form with basis of distinction given. Yes, tell me. I'm listening.
So in the exam, can they ask us give the definition of this personal, like
yes,
we can learn anyone and be thorough with that?
Correct. Any of the definitions can come. Define sole proprietorship. Define partnership.
So will they ask us?
Define business. Like that.
No, but then, like in sole proprietorship, but like in partnership, for example, if that's define partnership, there are many definitions under it. So like, will they give us? So will they give us a specific definition to define, for example, the guys, or we'll have to do it on our own?
No, they'll just say define partnership. You can give any of the ones you want. But whichever one you give, you should put it in a quote and you should write the name. Like this is by Indian Partnership Act, or you're writing L.H. Heney's definition, or you're writing B.O. Wheeler's definition. You should specify that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Then we did the features of partnership. Remember, all this we had covered. 2 or more persons, agreement that a contract is a must. It is a lawful business. Okay. A partner can transfer his share only with the consent of other partners. Then we spoke about unlimited liability. I explained this in details to you. That I had given you a story that if Kaustav, Melvin and Veda partners, and this whole thing I had explained clearly. Right? That in the partnership, every partner is liable to an unlimited extent for the debts of the firm. Then we spoke about sharing of profits, that it is very important that there can be no partnership without the interest of mutual gain. What is mutual agency? Who remembers? Costa, please pay attention.
Ma'am, I know.
Yes, what is mutual agency?
Ma'am, a mutual agency, ma'am, it means that there is like a mutual agent in the partners. So if all of the partners are busy, so there can be one active partner who can take care of the contracts. And
correct. Not only contracts, he will take care of the business dealings and he will act on behalf of the other partners.
Others, yes,
and whatever decision he takes will affect the other partners as well. So he becomes the mutual or the implied agent of the other partners. Then we spoke about utmost good faith, that they have to work and full trust with each other. All this we had completed. Then we saw one video on the features of partnership. And then we did the differences between sole proprietorship and partnership. This is the last slide we had done last day.
Yes.
Now the differences between partnership and joint Hindu family firm. That is also important for you to know. That remember, in partnership, we have a contract, we have an agreement. But in the joint Hindu family business, the difference is nothing but how are you forming the business? By birth. If you're born in such a family, by birth you become the member. This is a little wrong information here. It should be 2 or more and maximum should be 100. Please be very, very careful there. Status of females is equal in partnership, but not there. Of course, the main right is given to the co-personers. Cost of your attention is not in the class. You're constantly moving out. Please pay attention. Unlimited partners bear risks jointly, and joint Hindu family firm, obviously it is limited, except who has the highest liability? The Karta. Partners, please remember, position of minor, he cannot be partner, but in there he can be a co-personer. Management is by all the partners or by any one of them acting for all, because each one is the implied agent of the other. In joint Hindu family business, it is only by the karta. In partnership, equal share is not there. It is amongst the partners in the agreed ratio. But all corporaceners generally get an equal share. This is dissolved by the death of the partner.
Ma'am,
Yes. Please ask.
no, which one is better? Having a equal share is better, or having a ratio-wise share is better?
There's not about better or worse. It is about the capital also, what you're investing. As I said, if you're entering into a partnership business with 3 or 4 partners, and all the 4 partners do not have equal amount of money. Say you are saying that, okay, I have started this business, I am putting 1 lakh rupees as capital, but your 2 friends have only 50,000 and 30,000. Then obviously, if you're putting more capital in the business, you will expect a more higher ratio in case of profits. Yes or no? Right? So that is why the ratio is agreed upon.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Then comes the legal existence. This is dissolved by the death of one partner. Even if one partner dies or anything happens to him, the partnership comes to an end. But here in the joint Hindu family business, what is happening? It is not dissolved by the death of any person. What happens? The successive child or the next inheritance, he becomes the member under the Hindu Succession Act. This is under the Partnership Act. Registration is not compulsory in partnership, but it is desirable. In joint Hindu family business, no registration is required. I hope it's clear. Anything to ask here?
No, ma'am.
Then we come to the merits of partnership. Please, let's go to each of them quickly. Neha, please pay attention. First is ease of formation. Partnership is very simple to form, inexpensive to establish, and easy to operate. Too many legal formalities are not needed. Maximum you need one contract or an agreement. Even registration is not compulsory, but registration is beneficial. That you'll understand when we go and we proceed towards the next part of the chapter. Larger financial resources, obviously, as a proprietor, I started the business, I put in 1 lakh rupees. But if I have 3 partners who each are putting 1 lakh rupees, the financial resources will be higher. Moreover, remember, one person taking all the decisions of the business, he might not have expertise in every field. But if we have 5 partners and each 5 partners have some ability, then combined judgment and cooperation can be put together to reduce the errors of judgment. The partners may be assigned duties according to their talent. As I said, we start a garment business. Kaustav is excellent in the accounting work. Melvin is very good in getting orders for the business. Ronak is extremely good in supplying the raw materials. Okay, Neha is good in doing the cooperation and the coordination work. On the other hand, Ved takes care of the overall managerial decisions of the business, giving salaries to the employees, coordinating everyone. So what is happening? When all of you, 5 of you are working in such coordination with each other, the business would really grow well, because each one is taking care of one particular field. There's not a burden on one person. Like in a sole proprietor, he has to take burden of every single part of the business. That is not so in case of the partners. The burden gets divided and judgments are better in that respect. I hope I'm being clear till now, the points I'm explaining. Okay. Next comes direct motivation. What is the meaning of direct motivation? Anyone? What is direct motivation?
Now, I think if you get more number of orders, the partners or they're directly motivated.
Okay. Direct motivation here means that ownership and management is vested in the same person. You are the owner, you are the manager, and you are getting the profits and bearing the losses. There is not like in case of a joint stock company. The shareholders are the members of the company. They are the owners, but they are not the managers of the company. I may buy shares of a company and become a shareholder, but I'm not the director of the company. I do not run the company. That is not what happens in partnership. In partnership, whoever is the owner, that is the person who's getting the profits and he's managing the business. Then comes close supervision. Every partner is expected to take personal interest in the affairs of the business. Kaustav, pay attention. Different partners can maintain personal contacts with the employees and the customers. Fear of unlimited liability makes the partners very cautious. Remember, they have to sell their assets to pay the debts of the company. So they will not try to mess with the business and make wrong decisions. They will avoid all reckless dealings. Flexibility of operations. Partnership business is free from legal hassles, from government control. Partners can make changes in the size of the business, in the amount of capital to be put, in the management structure. The activities are very well adapted and well organized. Secrecy. A partnership firm is not required to publish its annual accounts. So auditing is not essential, and affairs can be kept secret and confidential amongst the partners. Protection of minority interest. Management of partnership is democratic. What is the meaning of the term democracy?
Well, they have their own rights to speak.
Yes, they have their own rights to say. No partner is above the other. Please understand. It's of the people, by the people, for the people. It's a democratic form of working. Every partner has a right to be consulted and express his opinion. Partners encourage mutual cooperation and trust amongst each other. And if they work properly, it can also lead to a lot of possibilities of expansion and growth of business. More partners can be taken to meet the financial and managerial requirements of growing business. As I said, maximum can go up to 100. So imagine if you have 50 or 60 people in a partnership business, how much money can be collected only through the capital invested by them. Anything to ask here? Not clear? Please ask. I'm waiting.
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. Then let's go to the demerits of partnership. Every business has the advantages, then it will also have the disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? Limited resources. There is a limit to the maximum number of partners in a firm. As I said, maximum only 100 can be collected. What about a company? A company can have unlimited number of members. Like many shareholders can invest in a company. But it is not so in case of a partnership business. And of course, unlimited liability, every partner is liable to the debts of the partnership business. So fear of risk may restrict initiation and growth on their part. Uncertain life. Partnership suffers from uncertainty, instability, insolvency. Suppose a partner becomes insane, or he retires, or he dies. You have to dissolve the partnership at that time. Even if the other partners want to continue, they have to start up a new partnership. They cannot continue in that same partnership. Conflicts. As I said, one partner is the mutual agent of the other. So there can be lack of confidence, there may be unity, harmony among partners, they may lead to lots of fights, inefficiency in decision making, and chances of conflicts may also arise because every partner has an equal right to take the managerial decisions. Then comes risk of implied agency, which I told you yesterday. If one partner is acting on behalf of the other partners, it is possible that if he does a wrong dealing, all other partners have to bear the loss of that dealing. So a dishonest partner may cause a great loss to the firm, and all partners will suffer due to negligence or dishonesty of one partner. Lack of public confidence. Partnership does not enjoy the trust of people. The reason for this is that the affairs of the partnership are not given publicly. So obviously people do not trust in them. No reports are published. It is free from government control. Last is blocking of capital. Once a partner puts his money, his capital gets blocked. He cannot withdraw his capital from the firm. So unless and until all other partners agree upon it, he cannot transfer his interest to outsiders without the approval of other partners. Today, Kaustav, Melvin, Ved and Ronak got into partnership. Now Ronak decides he wants to come out of the partnership. He cannot do so without the consent of the remaining three partners. Neither can he share his or transfer his interest to the others without consenting the other partners of the business. Thus, we can say that partnership is useful for medium-sized business. It is appropriate form when if a business is too big to be run by a sole proprietor and it is not big enough to be incorporated by a company. That is the time we get into partnerships. Tell me your question. What question you have? Not understanding. Give me 2 merits of partnership then, if you have understood everything. Start, Kaustav.
Can anyone else start?
Can I start?
Ma'am, a partnership is easy to start because there are not so much legal formalities. We
Excellent.
just need an agreement to sign, and to start a business, at least we need 2 members as a partner so that we can start a business.
So easy to solve. Okay, easy to start the business. That's one advantage. Who's going to tell me the second one?
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am,
Ronak,
can I?
tell me.
ma'am, it is possible to collect a larger amount of capital due to a number of partners.
Correct. The number of partners are more than sole proprietors, so you can correct more finances. Yes, Ved.
Ma'am,
Can I say?
ma'am, can I?
Yes, Ved. Tell me.
Ma'am, in partnership, there's a limited resources. You can't have many shareholders. There can only be 100.
Ma'am, in partnership, the work gets equally distributed. Hence, the business works is a well-equipped business with all the members of excelled in each field.
Okay. So can we say that there is combined abilities and judgments put together and they work in
Yes.
close
Yes, ma'am.
cooperation with each other? Okay. Neha, would you want to
Yes.
say one pointer? Okay, can we start with the demerits then? One, please, quickly, and then I'll go to the next part of the chapter.
My first one is limited resources.
Okay. Why we have limited resources in partnership, Costa?
Ma'am, because limited resources as because there are many shareholders, the profit will be distributed.
Correct. We can, in case of company, you have lots of shareholders, but in partnership, there are no
Yeah.
shareholders. There are only a limited
Yes,
number of partners in the business. Melvin,
Ma'am,
one more
ma'am,
pointer.
can I try?
Yes, Ved.
Ma'am, there can be, ma'am, if one of the partner dies or something happens to him, the partnership cannot continue and they have to break it.
Excellent. Next, Melvin, your turn.
Ma'am, Neha is unable to unmute herself.
She is on mute. I can see her on mute only. Unmute only. Achha,
Ma'am,
you can. Okay.
Ma'am, unlimited liability, in which every partner is fully liable for their debts they have to pay, ma'am. And ma'am, just a sec. Ma'am, in the partnership, ma'am, in this unlimited liability, the risk is restricted in growth of business because other partners can also cover up the risk of the business, ma'am.
Okay. Ronak, your turn.
Ma'am, conflicts, lack of confidence, unity and harmony amongst partners may lead to delayed declaration,
Correct.
declaration and efficiency.
Excellent. Okay. Neha, you want to answer? Now we come to a very important part of the chapter, that is the partnership deed or agreement. In sole proprietorship, we had ended once we did the merits and demerits. There was no contract, there was no agreement. But here the partnership deed plays a very important role. Now, what is a partnership deed? It is a legal agreement between 2 or more persons. Generally, the agreement is in writing. It may be oral, but it is preferable that a written agreement is signed because it serves as a record for the future. And it also helps to resolve disputes that may arise amongst the partners. Okay. So what is a partnership deed? If a question comes, how will you write? A written agreement or a contract between the partners to resolve the disputes and kept as a future record is called the partnership deed. What does it contain? It contains the terms and conditions of partnership. It is not any public document. It is the document maintained between the partners of the business. It can be altered anytime with the mutual consent, and not too many legal formalities are involved in altering it. I have given a picture also that how a deed of a partnership looks like. Now, what do the partnership deed contain? Important. This comes generally as a short question of 2 marks. Okay, what does the partnership deed contain?
So ma'am, for 2 marks, you have to give only 2 marks. 2 points.
Generally, it comes as a short question. Till now, as many years I have seen, it's come as 2 marks. Although there are 17
2 marks, 2 points.
2 points, correct. So there are 17 pointers they have given. Doesn't mean you have to know all 17. But in case it comes even as a long question, at least 5 points you should definitely know. Okay. What are the 5 important parts? Number 1, name of the firm. Okay. Nature of the firm's business. What kind of business are you entering into? What is the place? At which place in Pune, in this area, I am doing the business? The nature and addresses of the partners, the names of the partners. Again, duration of partnership. Is it for 10 years or 5 years or 50 years? What is the capital that is being contributed? Amount that every partner can withdraw. The profit sharing ratio, 3:2:1 or 5:3:2. The rate of interest. Yes, Melvin. Tell me your question. Melvin, tell me your question.
It was by mistake, ma'am.
Okay. Rate of interest, amount of salary or commission, allocation of work amongst the partners, who's going to do what are the rights and duties. See, if things are specified in the partnership deed, there will be no fights amongst the partners. Everything is clearly written and well documented. What is the valuation of goodwill? Goodwill means what? The reputation of the business. What is its valuation? What is the procedure for anyone to admit, to retire anyone, to maintain the accounts, to be followed in the event of dissolution of the firm? What is dissolution of the firm? Any idea? What is dissolution?
Ma'am, a bad solution about a firm or something?
No. Anyone idea what is dissolution? Costa, what is dissolution? Any idea what is dissolution of the firm? Okay, I'll just tell you then. Dissolution means the event.
Sorry, I got disconnected.
Okay. So procedure to be followed in the event of dissolution. Dissolution means that the partnership should not be dissolved. Dissolved means.
Sorry, ma'am, I got disconnected.
Yeah, it's okay. I've heard you, Kaustav. It's fine. Just pay attention. Arbitration clause in case of disputes among partners. What is the meaning of arbitration? Any idea? Children, what is arbitration?
Conflict.
Conflict. No. Okay. You are close to it, but not totally correct. It is a way to resolve the conflict. Arbitration means resolving disputes. So what is the way to resolve the dispute or resolve the conflict in case a dispute arises amongst partners? See, when you are entering into a business where you have where people have to consult each other and work, there will be situations when conflicts will arise. So how they will be resolved, that situation needs to be put into account. Loans and advances by partners, and what is the rate of interest being payable? A partnership deed is a partnership agreement, and it outlines all the details of the rights and responsibilities of the partners. It has the force of law, and it is designed to guide the partners in the conduct of the business. Anything to ask me here? Not understanding? Please do. Tell me 2 important things which you need. What is a partnership deed? Quickly define it for me. Anyone?
Ma'am, partnership deed, also known as partnership agreement, is a document that outlines and in detail the rights and responsibilities of all the partners in a business operation.
Excellent. Melvin, give me 2 contents to be put in the partnership deed.
The 2 contents should be the name of the firm and in which business are we going into, ma'am.
Okay, excellent. Wait, 2 more.
Ma'am, you have to know the names of the partners and their address, and also where the company, the partnership, the company is going to be placed, the business.
Very, very
place
good.
of the business.
Okay. Rona, can you give me 2 more contents quickly before we go to the next part?
Ma'am, amount of capital to be contributed by each partner and the profit sharing ratio.
Profit sharing ratio. Very good.
After the business is set up, when the industry grows up, ma'am, the business are then widely spread in different parts of the country, ma'am. So do they have to again give the places where they have to set up their business?
See, it depends on how we are growing and expanding. If we are holding a different branch of the business, say one same business, it is being carried on in 3 or 4 cities or in 5 cities. If the desired ratio has been planned in advance, it will remain the same. But on growth, if any changes have been desired by the partners, that has to be put in the partnership deed. Tell me, Ronak, I'm listening.
Ma'am, a partnership can be performed only through an agreement between two or more persons.
Correct. Okay. Now let's go to registration or partnership. Remember, I told you that registration is not compulsory. But at the same time, I said registration is very vital for partnership business. What is registration? First and foremost, let us understand that. A partnership firm needs to get registered. What is the meaning of that? Can anyone tell me? Yes, Costa.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, do we have to rejoin once the meeting ends?
No. We will be only doing little bit portion.
Ma'am, registration means there has to be a document. So,
Okay.
so there's like a proof of the partnership and the partners.
But that we are still having only with the contract. With the contract also we are having a legal document or a proof. Then why registration needs to be done? Okay, let's come to this. The Partnership Act 1932 provides that if the partners desire, they may register their firm. For registration, they have to visit the registrar of firms. Okay, where the firm, wherever the registrar of firms of the state in which the partnership firm is situated, visit there, they will legalize their firm and say that we want the registration to be done. How is the procedure of registration done? Please follow the steps and tell me if anything is not clear. Number one, the process is very simple, so it is advisable every partnership firm gets itself registered. What will they do? They will make one big statement in a prescribed form along with the fees that has to be given to the registrar of the firm. What does this statement contain? Firstly, I will make one legal statement. I will write there the name of the firm. What is the place of business? What are the names of other places, like what Melvin said, that if I want to grow the business, in which firms I'm going to carry it on, the date on which every partner is joining the business, the name and full permanent address of the partners, and the duration of partnership. When all these details I have put in the statement, as I said, I have 5 partners, Neha, Kaustav, Ronak, Melvin, Ved. Each and every partner has to put their signature there. The statement has to be signed by all the partners. If the registrar of the firm looks at the statement, looks at the signature of the partners, he will make an entry in the registrar document. The firm now becomes registered. When such an entry is made, a certificate of registration will be issued to the partnership firm. Costa, please pay attention. After registration, the firm must communicate any changes in the above mentioned information to the registrar. Tell me, any difficulty with the procedure of registration? Have you understood it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, clear? Tell me, can one of you tell me in short, what are the things I told you, what we have to do? First, what is the step? What is step number 1, Melvin?
Ma'am, the procedure of the, ma'am, first of all, we have to give the name of the firm, ma'am.
We have to, first step I said is what? We have to prepare a statement. Step number 1. Step number 2, we have to put all the details, name of the firm, the principal place of business, the names of the places, where we are all going to carry on the business, the date where the partners have joined, their names, the addresses, the duration, and then step number 3, all partners have to sign that document. Step number 4, what we have to do in step number 4? We have to go to the registrar office, submit this statement. Registrar is going to check it. He's going to verify all your documents. He's going to file them and register it. Step number 5, what he's going to do is going to issue a certificate of registration, and then the firm gets finally registered. Is it being clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you're not understanding, you want to ask me, please do it now, because we have only left.
No, ma'am.
No.
Okay. So procedure for registration is clear? Excellent.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what happens if we do not register? This I will come to later. I'm going to only these 5 pointers. This is the last part I'll do and we'll end here. Number 1, if the firm does not get registered, it cannot enforce any claim against a third party. So if Melvin, Ronak and Kostava partners and they have had a problem with Ved as a third party, they cannot file a suit against him. They cannot sue the other partners. Partners of an unregistered firm cannot sue the firms to enforce their claims. Partners of an unregistered firm cannot file a suit against each other. They cannot claim an adjustment more than 100 rupees. Only amount they can claim is 100 rupees. More than that, they cannot file a suit against each other. Suppose we have an unregistered firm which owes 1200 rupees to A, and A has to pay 1000 rupees to the firm. The firm cannot enforce adjustment of 1000 rupees in the court of law. Only the amount which the firm can file a suit for is 100 rupees. It can exceed 100 rupee amount only if it gets itself registered. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So is it important to register partnership or it is not important to register?
Ma'am, it is important.
It is very important because otherwise you cannot file any claims against third party. You cannot file suit against the other partners. And how much amount can you get? Maximum if you file a suit.
Rupees 100.
Yes. So if it's exceeding 100, for that what you have to do? You have to get the firm registered. Okay.